Hello, once again. This is Richard, and I'm a HR professional, management consultant, and yeah, I'm your go-to person when it comes to training, when it comes to recruitment, when it comes to business consulting. So you can always reach me on these topics, and I'm very much here. And also when it comes to HR. Uh, I've been privileged to be practicing human resources for about 16 years. And we're not stopping. We're looking at 25 years, we're looking at 30 years from now. And our prayer is to be one of the most preferred HR connoisseur. Um, Connoisseur is basically somebody who is very good at what he does and knows how to prepare, package, and of course handle um, queries and issues in a particular subject. Um, so basically, I'm a chef who can deliver um, in human resources. So yeah, let's continue what we have for today. Okay, so I'm speaking on how to build talents within your business, within an organization, and primarily I'm looking at um, a very few things that I feel is very necessary. You know, so a lot of businesses are closing, while a lot are still there and wondering what will the future hold. One thing I want to really advise business owners this season is to do your best to keep your talents, do your best to keep your people, do your best to grow your team. Now people are looking for where there is a garden, where they are nurtured, where they are recognized, where they are seen, where they are appreciated, where they are celebrated, right? And also where they are developed. So your business should be not just in making business, but in developing capacity, in building people, in building talents. Who come, people should walk into your door, right? So, and that's one thing I want to speak about. You know, it's in leadership development. When you're building capacity within your business, you must be able to have meetings with your leaders. I mean, the heads of departments, or basically the heads of department. These are people who manage teams, right? And you must sit with them and advise them and channel their thoughts, their approach in such a way that they must ensure that the people under them, that they are building them. You must be able to teach them what you have been able to what you must be able to ensure that they teach the people, their teams, what you teach them, right? And they are able to reproduce after their kind, or replicate or have a successor in in their teams. This is very important in building a business, right? It is people, like I said in my initial video, it is people that build businesses. It is not just systems, it's people that drive systems. It's people that drive systems, and those systems are the ones that give the result, the productivity, the increase and all of that. Right? So it's important that we have that address. So your managers must ensure that people do so you should be able to build a business where team members, right? Departmental members respect their HODs, because the HODs are the representative of the CEO or of the business owner in that department. They should be able to regard them. So you must build your CEO. You don't just appoint people who are how do I put it now? Who were appointed by physical looks, or by just attraction, or by likeness. No, you employ them based on competence, based on track record. People should earn it. So when somebody resumes in your business, there should be a progression, a career progression for them. The person must have moved from an officer to to a supervisor, then to a manager. Now, if the person is being employed as a manager, the person over the years must have had a track record. That's why they put experience for some roles. This is very critical. You don't appoint people just because they did well in the interview. They must have a track record. Track records are what qualifies people for the next level of their careers or the next level in life. That is very important. And speaking about how do you build people, number one of the ways to build people is to build the leaders that are leading the people, right? Ensuring that the leaders who are leading the people are qualified enough, competent enough, and they are also engaging in people or personnel development in their teams. So when you are having management meeting or business meeting or monthly performance review with your managers, you are sitting with them and asking them about how their teams are, who are the high flyers in their teams. You can tell, you can gauge their response to you if they are telling you the truth or if they are just beating around the bush. You can also gauge their impact by asking them what developmental initiatives have they done to their team over the space of time. That will tell you if your people are actually growing. Everybody is important. That you sit as the business owner does not mean that you should not be involved in everybody's affairs. But the only way you can get to everybody's affairs is by having people, have captains of 5, captains of 3, captains of 2, captains of 10. That's what we do in business, basically. In structure, you are building a business structure. You must build them in batches. So compartmentalize groups. If this is a group, let's say for instance, operations. Who is the head of operations? Who is the supervisor of operations? Who is their team lead? Right? So in operations, what are the different units within operations department? Those are the kind of conversations, the kind of initiatives that you must do. And when they come for meetings, those managers must be able to tell you what they are doing to drive performance, to build capacity. A manager who always give permission, or who always allow people to take permission to go on, maybe they are sick, or maybe they have a project, maybe they want to get married, or they're having a wedding somewhere, or there's a burial somewhere or something, that they're always giving. That manager has a leadership deficiency. You need to now ask yourself, should I replace this person or put the person on the performance, or performance what's it called, personal personal development plan? Do you understand now? So you must ask those kind of questions. All right. And you must be able to, the next thing, and which is very critical, is that you must be able to allow your employees to express themselves. Right. So you have given a leader a task. Right. So we're building leaders and we're building people. You have given the leader a task. You must be able to allow that leader do the job. Micromanagement has never helped, right? But giving them the, I remember certain of my bosses that I've worked with, that I remember them. Why? Because they allowed me express themselves myself. They made me believe in that I can do it. Do you understand what I'm saying? You must have it as a feedback mechanism where employees can come back and tell you that because of you, I now know that that they have capacity to execute this function. People must have confidence when they're around you. So your leaders, not that you keep shouting every time. No, you must have that system where you allow them make mistakes, and where you have. So how do you reduce the mistake quotient within your team? Whether it's amongst your leaders, you must do that. I mean, I'm rounding off right now. You must do that by this: having a pre-project meeting and a post-project meeting, and of course during project meeting. So every Monday you are planning your week. On Wednesdays or Thursday, you're also going, how are we doing the projects that we have been given? And on Friday, you're having, okay, how did it go? These kind of activities, whether it's even a day, during and post, you should be able to have that, so that during projects, or during when when your leaders or your team members are pursuing tasks, you're not shouting on them. You should be able to sit down as a leader and allow people lead, and allow people do their job. And at the end of the day, come back and say, you made this mistake. I was watching you to see what you will do exactly. Allow people think on their feet. All right. So that's what we need to do in building talents within our business. All right. So I'm going to continue. I think I have to put on another video so that we can tie up this conversation. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.